Okay, so after the entire doxing drama has died off, SniperWolf probably thought she could get away, maybe run from the cops to a local forest and hide underneath a rock or something, find shelter in some overgrowth or some vegetation, like hide in the bushes Fortnite style. But the YouTube police have found her. She's currently being detained and taken to a local county jail for her crimes against the internet, which don't end at just doxing, as she recently has been exposed for faking her entire career, almost. I'm not even joking, by the way. That's like literally what she's being exposed for. And that's not like an exaggeration or hyperbole to get you guys, you know, staying in the video or anything. It's like a literal accusation that's being levied against her with pretty decent proof. And honestly, after seeing the proof, and I'm going to show you guys the proof, maybe you even agree that SniperWolf is almost entirely a fraud. Like, everything she's done is unoriginal. So this video came out 2 days ago by Nerd City called SniperWolf Stole Her Life. It has 500,000 views, and it's going to blow up. I guarantee you this video is going to have 1 million views in probably less than a month. But the video features an interview with another huge creator named Acheeto, who makes similar videos to SniperWolf, and she goes on to explain in this 36-minute video how a lot of her thumbnails, titles, ideas have almost all been ripped off or stolen by SniperWolf without her knowledge or consent, and SniperWolf has gone on to literally paint the victim narrative that Acheeto has stolen her content when it's actually the exact opposite. Now, your boy tried to score a one-on-one interview with Acheeto. I almost hit SniperWolf. Acheeto, I reached out to her on Twitter. Hey man, you gotta shoot your shot. It got like 200 likes. I asked if she wanted to call. Unfortunately, I'm yet to get a response, but hopefully, you know, fingers crossed. I'm praying to the Twitter god, Elon Musk. Hey, bro, just signal boost my tweet for me. Obviously, she had that entire interview with Nerd City, but I was hoping maybe she'd want to come on my channel and explain some more stuff about that beef that she's had with SniperWolf over the years. I think that'd be great content. So, Azzy, if you're watching this, what's going on? How you doing? You seem lost. Kidding, joking, but seriously, you should hop on Discord with me. I'll give you 10,000 Robux. Now, obviously, go watch the Nerd City video for yourself and claim your I was here before this was viral ticket and whatever, but I'm gonna go ahead and play you my favorite moment from the video that I think is the most damning against SniperWolf.
Some similarities between Azra and Leah just can't be helped, but others were manufactured intentionally.
More plants that I'm killing.
A luscious, well taken care of plant.
Hey man, can I copy your homework?
Yeah, but change it up a little so the teacher don't notice.
Rip hair. Who wants to clone me? Oh my gosh, she would be so evil. I know it. She'd be my evil clone. Do it! Do it! Clone me! Do it! Clone me! Do it! Clone me! Do it!
She probably doesn't even remember how many times she's copied you. How many times have you noticed that she's copied your thumbnails or a title or whatever? Did you ever bother to count them?
Things that are like very obvious, like exact replicas, it's minimum like 50. But if you're not counting those, like up to 200.
Ones where you've got her dead to rights, like for sure, 50. And then somewhere it's like maybe just coincidental, but it's like partial copying, 200.
Now, obviously, we're going to talk about SniperWolf's response to all of this, but I want to say first, I think it's so bizarre that SniperWolf couldn't just be herself, because it goes beyond thumbnails and titles. It actually goes into, like, mannerisms and dialects that she uses in her videos. Like, go watch the Nerd video. At a certain point, he literally discusses how SniperWolf's way of speaking is, like, copied off Acheeto. Now, no offense to Acheeto, but she is involved in this, so if we're looking at this from a content versus content perspective, look, it honestly to me is the battle of mid. I feel like I'd have a better chance at not losing IQ points if I were to be like hypnotically watching Cocomelon videos with saliva and foam dripping out of my mouth than watching like a SniperWolf or Acheeto reacts to TikTok's video. No offense to Acheeto. I mean, I think she would understand that her content's obviously for a younger age demographic.
Welcome to another satisfying video. Oh, it's such a beautiful cake looking thing. What? They just bursted my bubble. but like in a good way.
Yeah, respectfully, I think I'd just like die if someone caught me watching this. But obviously, like I said, this content is geared toward little kids who are already having their dopamine receptors fried from excessive TikTok usage. So I don't know if there's really a point to me criticizing it. And honestly, as far as kids content on YouTube goes, this is kind of on the better side. There's a lot of degenerate hogwash slop kids content, and not saying this is great, but I don't know if it's breeding mental illness as fast as some of the other types of kids content. Now, SniperWolf ends up responding to this Dexerto tweet that covers the entire Nerd City video by saying, I have a backup of videos and screenshots before she changed the thumbnails to make it look like I copied her. I have proof she copied my thumbnails, SEO, the way I speak, the jokes I make. The way you're trying to manipulate this is fraud. First of all, anyone picking up on the amount of passion in these words, like how much she cares about this entire little thing? Contrast that to the lack of emotion, the lack of passion in her response and handling of the Jax Films doxing situation. That to me is just, cause it's just crazy to me, right? SniperWolf getting heat for doxing, I sleep. SniperWolf getting heat for stealing Azzyland's content. Okay, I'm ready to go to war. Like, what? This is such a weird thing to get so worked up about. I understand defending yourself when you feel the need to defend yourself, but damn girl, them Twitter fingers were not there when you needed them, you know? You needed to have this amount of passion when you were getting heat for the doxing. Now, as for what she's actually saying, you know, she has the files on top of files of proof that Azzyland is lying. She provides one screenshot where Azzyland uploaded a video like 10 minutes after her with a similar title. It was literally one example, which is like, you know, not enough to go against the 50 plus examples shown by Azzyland in the Nerd City video. But something isn't quite making sense here to me, because I understand that she's being called out by Azzyland, so she's going to respond, but she herself has called out Azzyland in the past for quote-unquote copying her thumbnails and her titles and stuff. And I'm just trying to wonder, why single out Azzyland, right? Why didn't she call out Jax Films when he literally made the channel Jax Films a parody of SniperWolf's entire channel? Is it because his content is making fun of your content? Well, Azzyland's is like just naturally making similar content to you? I don't really get it.
She's real, everyone else is fake. And by God, thanks to Nerd City's Thought Patrol video, we know that that is not true. So who are we inclined to believe more, SniperWolf or Azzyland? Let's take a look at their wiki pages to kind of see who they are as people. You've got Azzyland, her wiki's full of charities, things she's donated to, and her amazing catchphrase, delicious. And then we go to SniperWolf's wiki, and there's a warning, a content warning. This article covers sensitive topics such as racism, transphobia, body shaming, child grooming, bestiality, and doxing.
I think that's ultimately what this comes down to. Although neither SniperWolf or Azzyland or anyone in their genre makes super great content, that kind of doesn't matter and gets placed in the mental back burner when you're looking at someone who's like a genuine psychopathic lunatic like SniperWolf. It's like, are you gonna be more worried about the kid who's cheating on his tests in school, or the kid who hasn't been to school in weeks and is making vague posts on social media about how everyone should have been nicer to him? You know what I mean? Like, alright, we got some red flags on that guy. Well, keep your eyes on that kid. That kid's more worrisome to us than the kid cheating on his tests. We'll see what else SniperWolf has to say. YouTube's definitely not getting involved here. Like, why would they? Copying people's content doesn't violate TOS, or at least I don't think it does, so SniperWolf probably is not going to do anything about this. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike, and subscribe if you're new. We're super close to 400K. See ya.